You want to get into our picks for the NFL week number 2, Mr. Jake Link?
Let's get into our picks. Yeah, let's. I'm on the our very own pro football pick'em. No. I think. Can anyone still join?
I think you can still get in. I do think
you can still get in. You'll be a week behind, but you still could get in.
I think you can still get in. If you want to get in, let me know on Twitter at DeadOnDaveV. Hit me up there, and I'll send you a link to the group. It's the Dead On. Oh, I could probably just skip the damn thing, but I don't know. In fact, I could. What's the damn ID number? Let's do that. I'll give it out right now. I have it. Okay. Yeah. If you want to get on Yahoo and join this group, you go to group ID 51978. You type that in under the private leagues, and then all you got to do from there is type in the password. All in capitals, I love Dave. That's it, right? I love Dave?
Yes, that was it. I love Dave. Very easy to remember.
Which Jake almost refused to join because of that password. But he still typed it in.
Because that's my password for everything else.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. Why wouldn't it be? But yes.
Now everybody can get into my bank account.
You're going to be poor now. Congratulations. I didn't have the best week 1 in the world. Because I decided to use the spread because I'm a douchebag. And the spread killed me last week. So it was not
That's great. I went 8-8 last week, and right now 9-8 because I did choose the Jets.
Yes.
I thought the Jets were going to play the Bills, beat the Bills, and they did. But I still think the game was a little sloppy from last night, from what I saw.
Yeah, it was.
Should I just rattle down the list, and then you could go?
Yeah,
down
you go ahead. You read off the.
You know what? You go. I'll tell you what. I'll go down. You choose who you think's going to win and why. I'll go first. The first game up is Ravens and Browns. Browns are getting 6 points. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think the game's going to be a shootout, but I think the Ravens will come out and they will beat them by more than a touchdown.
Oh, yes. You could put a 1. I don't know how the spread's only 6. I got to be honest, because anybody who's going to bet on Cleveland based off last week's performance against the Eagles with only getting 6, you're talking about a guy who's mentally deranged. I mean, somebody who might take a hammer to a pedophile's head. That's how deranged we're talking about here. Baltimore's going to win probably by 3 touchdowns. It's going to be ugly.
We'll see.
Cleveland's bad, dude. That is a garbage franchise.
Cleveland is bad, but I think RG3 getting hurt could actually help them out, and Bartlett and I think they do have some. They have some receivers and stuff, and their defense isn't horrible.
The defense is not. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with what Baltimore showed that they could do at times last week. The inclusion of Mike Wallace on that team might be game-changing for a guy like Joe Flacco, who has an arm, a cannon on him, and he's not as mobile as he once was. I'm expecting Mike Wallace to have a really big game in this raping of the dog pound. It's going to be bad.
That's right. And then next up we have the Titans and Lions. I chose the Lions. The Titans are getting 5.5 points. Though the Titans are going to be on the upswing, I still think the Lions, from what they've shown last week, they're gonna show that life without Megatron is still going to be pretty good over there in the old Motor City.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit as well here. I like Tennessee. I like what they're doing. I like what they showed last week at times. But this is a tough road game. Detroit is this is not a team that is gonna give up easily. I don't know if they're as talented as they've been in the last few years. Tennessee isn't quite there yet. I think that they're on the right path. Mariota looks to be the real deal. I really like DeMarco Murray in that offense. I just don't know if they put it together this week. So I also took Detroit, even laying 5.5.
All right, the next one is Miami at New England. Now this is my upset pick. And I'm picking them with the spread. I am taking the Dolphins getting 6.5 points. I think the Patriots are good. I think Gronk is going to come back. I kind of think that the Dolphins, they do play them well. Even though the Patriots are at home, they're at home for the next 3 games. I think the Dolphins could put together something and possibly even squeak out the win without the spread.
I am not that comfortable. I'm taking New England here, and for a lot of reasons. I was very impressed with that team last week. A team that did not even get a guy that I thought was going to be a linchpin in that offense, especially with, a constantly, perpetually hurt Gronk, Martellus Bennett. Martellus Bennett in that offense, and I have a feeling when Brady comes back, you're going to see it a hell of a lot more. But this Garoppolo kid isn't bad either. I expect them to be able to basically do what they want. Miami's got some injuries on defense, so they're not as scary. And going into Foxborough, yes, it's easier to do it in September than it is in December, but still, I like New England here. I think that they should cover the spread. It's 6.5, so all you got to do is win by a touchdown. I'm going with the Pats, even though I hate doing that, but because I hate the Patriots. But I'm going to pick them anyway. Next game, Jakey.
All right, the next game is the Saints and the Giants. I took the Saints getting four points. This game, if it's any indication of last year, it's going to be a shootout. Yeah. I think you're going to have, the Giants' defensive got a little bit better. The Saints' defense is still very, very suspect. But I just
to say the least.
I still think the Saints, and when it comes down to a shootout, I still think the Saints could take this game. Even though the Giants have probably one of the best receiving cores in all of football right now.
Yeah, that they do.
So this game's gonna be a shootout, back and forth, and it's gonna be whoever has the ball last.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that I'm with you as far as how the game's going to go. I'm not with you on the decision, though, because I do think that it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last. And I think it's going to end with a touchdown, giving the Giants enough to clear the spread. I think Giants are going to win this game. Victor Cruz, man, he's starting to reemerge again, which is really scary in an already really good offense. They have a better defense than what New Orleans faced last week. The Saints were able to do a lot of things against that Atlanta defense last week. I don't think they're going to be able to do the exact same thing this week. We'll see. They also didn't get a lot of their new acquisitions involved, so I'm expecting Drew to continue to do what he does. But at the end, I believe in Eli at home early on in the season. This is kind of what they do. They win some games, and they go on a torrid losing pace, and the coach is going to get fired. Now it's not Coughlin anymore. It's somebody else now who'll be on the hot seat after they lose 4 or 5 games. Then they win a whole bunch and almost make the playoffs. They seem to do it every damn year. I'm going with the Giants. I really like what they did against Dallas last week, and now they get to go home. Give me the Gents. Give me the Gents.
The Gents.
That's
the
right.
New York Football Giants.
That's right. And it's important.
And, yeah. And then we have the AFC North rivalry. You have the Steelers and the Bengals. Bengals getting 3 points. I'm taking the Steelers. I think the Bengals are still they beat the Jets last week by 1 point. Pretty much the Jets missed 2 field goals, and that's what an extra point in a field goal. That's the only reason that solidified their win. I think AJ Green is still gonna have a good game. But I think Antonio Brown and that in that rushing game from DeAngelo Williams is they're gonna cover this spread and then some. I think the Steelers are gonna win.
See, if Le'Veon Bell was back, I would definitely be picking Pittsburgh. These teams have a history, especially over the last few years, to beat each other on their home fields. They seem to alternate victories on each other's home fields. We know Pittsburgh's field does not play particularly well. I don't think either offense is really going to have much of an advantage as far as that goes. So that's just going to give me, I go to where I think the more talent is at the moment. And it might not be a popular decision. I just think that there's a little bit more with Cincinnati at this point of the season. It won't be like that in 2 or 3 weeks, but right now I like Cincinnati. They're getting, I like them with the points here. It's going to be a close game, low scoring, more than likely. So because of the 3.5, because I think if Pittsburgh wins, it'll be by a late field goal. I'm going with Cincinnati. I didn't play the spread. Right. I didn't play the spread well last week. God damn it, I'm trying to play it well this week.
That's right, Cowboys. All right, next we got Cowboys and Redskins. Cowboys getting 2.5 points.
Yeah,
which I think the offensive line of the Cowboys, Dak Prescott didn't look too well last week, but
no.
I think this is a coming out party for Ezekiel Elliott this game.
Oh wow!
I think that you're going to see Ezekiel Elliott get at least 100 yards, possibly 2 touchdowns. I think the Redskins are, they're in trouble on defense, and they proved it when you don't have the guy you spent $100 million playing playing the best receiver in the game, so Josh Norman. So
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys win with the spread, and they win pretty by.
Well, it's kind of funny because you're either going to blow. I'm never going to be able to catch you after this week, or I'm going to surpass you this week because I'm once again opposite of you, man. I'm going with Washington. I like what they're doing. They're really getting going. Dallas did not play a very good game last week, and they got lucky to lose by only as much as they did. I feel there's a lot of issues with that team. That quarterback does not look ready. He has absolutely no continuity at all with Dez Bryant, and that is a worry. This is not really about a question about defense because Washington's defense is absolute garbage, but I like that Washington offense. I really do. I really, really like him at home. I think Dallas falls into a tailspin. They start to panic after this week because I do believe they're going to fall down 0-2. Give me Washington because I only got to cover 2.5. If it was any more than that, I'd be worried. I got to be honest.
All right, the next game is probably the highest point spread, and that's the 49ers at the Panthers.
Yes.
I took the 49ers because they are getting 13 points. And, I mean, they did shut out the LA Rams.
Yeah.
And, I mean...
I'm pretty sure we could have shut out the LA Rams, though. Jesus.
They're getting 13 points. I mean... They are a professional football team.
Rule of thumb is betting is usually you don't bet against anything more than 12 points. You always take the points when it goes over 12.
That's what it is. If no spread, I'm taking the Panthers, but I'm taking the 49ers. 13 points.
I'm with you in fundamental, but if Carolina was not at home and they had not lost the way they did last week to Denver, if they weren't coming, this is a team that is just all kinds of bluster and brashness, and they're playing a team that has nothing going on. Even in that shutout of the Rams, their defense didn't look all that impressive, and their offense couldn't move a fucking notebook. So I'm going with Carolina, even with their team. It's something I will never, ever do again in betting, but I am actually betting against a 13-point spread because I think Carolina is going to absolutely blow the doors off of San Francisco. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah. All right. Well, next game is Chiefs and Houston. I'm taking the Chiefs. They're getting 2.5 points. I kind of feel Brock Osweiler is still very suspect. I think the Chiefs, they have a complete team. Jamal Charles will probably play this week. Taking the Chiefs.
The Chiefs gave up a lot of points last week. They did. Their defense did not look good. Houston gelled very well against the Bears, came back late to beat the Bears in a really, really good game. Houston is going to get better each and every single week this year. Houston is, in my opinion, a sleeping Super Bowl pick. They are a scary talented team. When you look at this team and you look at the sheer amount of talent that they have, it's a terrifying team. They're at home again. I'm going to give them the nod. I'm picking Houston here over. Man, I need to. This has to be right because if I'm not, I'm never catching you the rest of this season. It's not happening.
No, or I'm going to fall right with you.
Yes, I'm going to blow by you.
Yeah. All right, next game is Seahawks at Rams. Seahawks getting 3.5 points, giving 3.5 points to the Rams.
Explain the spread to me. Can you explain this spread to me before you give your pick? How is Seattle only laying 3.5? How is that possible?
Because the Rams are the home team, so you figure that's equivalent to 7 points, maybe. Because I think it's 3 points for that. The home team gets automatically 3 points, and then you deduct or give. So that's why, and I think that kind of the Seahawks didn't look too good last week.
No, they didn't. But this is a team,
and the Rams didn't. The Rams looked even worse.
Abysmal is the word.
So I think I just think they're gonna cover the spread. Don't be surprised if you're seeing the LA Rams as the worst offense in pro football that we've seen in the last 10 years.
They won't play Jared Goff. They won't play him. I don't know if they're playing him this week. Jeff Fisher is lost. He's lost, man.
Jeff Fisher is he reminds me of like what Lou Amarillo was doing. He's just gone completely nuts.
Nuts. Absolutely crazy. And he's been around forever. He's been around forever. And yeah, he's lost his mind. I'm going with Seattle as well. And not even a close. I can't believe I get the reasoning, but I can't believe the spread is only 3.5. Seattle is a good team. I don't care what they did last week. This is a team that when they get going, they get going, and they're going to get going this week.
Yeah.
Next game.
Oh yeah. Next game, I have Buccaneers at Cardinals. Now the Bucs look really good. Jameis Winston, 4 touchdowns. Cardinals struggling against a team of Patriots who were, guys that are going to be driving FedEx trucks next week.
That's right.
So I took the Buccaneers just because they are on an upswing. They have some great talent there. They have a young quarterback. They have Mike Evans. They have a decent defense.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm taking the Bucs getting 6.5 points.
I had Arizona here. I did. But I got to be honest, man. It's hard to bet against Tampa in this situation. My heart's telling me Arizona. I really like the Cardinals. I do. I was shocked that they lost the way they did last week. This team is way better than that. I love Bruce Arians. I think he's a great coach. I think he's one of the best coaches in the league, as a matter of fact. I love Carson Palmer. I love that offense, even the aging, rotting corpse of Larry Fitzgerald. I love that team. But Tampa looks scary, potentially. They look very scary. They got a complete offense. The defense has playmakers, ball hawks. It's a scary, scary defense. And 6.5 just seems unreasonable to bet against in this situation. So I'm picking Tampa Bay as well.
All right. Then next we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Colts, what can I say? They don't have a defense at all. They're done. They don't,
No defense.
No, none. And then the Broncos, who have probably one of the best defenses.
Yes.
With a very suspect quarterback.
Very.
But the Colts are getting 6 points. I'm taking the Broncos though. I just have a feeling that, it's the whole defense wins championships, and I can't see Andrew Luck getting hurt in this game.
That is a concern. My pick is based off of the high thought that he will not get hurt. If Andrew Luck throws the ball 40-plus times and he stays in the game, does not get hurt, the Colts are going to win this game. They're getting 6. It's early in the year on the road. Denver's field is not going to really play that big of a factor. It will later on. That offense in Denver is pretty fucking bad, but that defense is pretty fucking good. Something's got to give, and I do think the luck will be on the Colts. I'm going with Indianapolis. I like the 6 points. I'm going with the Colts. Yeah,
right.
I'm not really enthused about that pick, as you can probably tell, but I'm going with it.
Yeah, you can tell that's a tough one. They've been tough these past few years. Them two teams playing each other.
Yeah.
Then you have the Raiders and the Falcons. Falcons are getting 4.5 points. Boy, the mighty fall.
Right? What about where's Matty Ice when we need him? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Julio Jones. Honestly, I think the Raiders are my sleeper Super Bowl favorite. Yeah, the Raiders probably have one of the best offensive lines. They have 3 of the top players under the age of 25. They're a young team. They're gonna go. That team's gonna go places. They're gonna be. Yeah,
you're right about that.
I think people are sleeping on them. I think that call that Jack Del Rio did. Black Jack Del Rio is their calling him. I think if anything, that's gonna spark a team to play. that your team, that you have that much faith in a third-year quarterback that you're gonna put him in when you could go for the tie or the win. You go for the win on a 2-point conversion.
Yes, it.
So I mean, they I love Amari Cooper. I love Derek Carr. Michael Crabtree, great compliment to all of them, and they're a good team, good defense. They're gonna win. The Falcons are gonna be 0-2.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be panic in Falcon land.
There always seems to be panic in Falcon land, and you're 100% right. I'm right there with you. I'm taking Oakland as well. That offense is terrifyingly good. I mean, Derek Carr, for kids, if you don't know, this dude is for effing real, okay? And his brother, while a joke, because he was always you can't play quarterback from your back, okay? You just can't do it. David Carr was immensely talented. Derek Carr is even more talented. This guy is for real. Yeah. They got amazing receivers. They got a good running game. Their offensive line is dominant. Their defense is
because they did the right thing with Derek Carr. They gave him an offensive line.
Yeah, that usually does help. It does help. And
to be fair, David Carr is a 2-time winning Super Bowl quarterback, though.
Yes, he is. He was on the Giants teams, wasn't he? That's true.
Yes, he was.
That's true. He was. Jeez, what a lucky son of a bitch.
He also took the most sacks than any NFL quarterback has in one season. I think with like 45.
It was ridiculous. He
didn't even have a chance.
Killed. He almost destroyed, slaughtered. But his brother's not having that problem, and they're definitely not going to have it this week against Atlanta. I'm with Oakland as well.
All right, next we have the Chargers and the Jaguars.
San Diego Superchargers. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I took the Chargers. They're at home. They're giving 3 points to the Jaguars. Yeah. Jaguars are another surprising team. They almost shocked the world with the against the Packers.
Yes.
They have a very unreliable defense still, but they do have some key players on offense.
A lot of talent.
Blake Bortles is good. Is a great quarterback.
Yes, he is.
So when I'm looking here, wow, this is actually looking from what everybody has picked just throughout the Yahoo site.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
This is literally 50-50. That's insane.
Yep.
So it's flip a coin on this one, but I took the Chargers.
I did too. They're at home. They score a lot of points, and last time I checked, scoring points is how you win games. San Diego should win this game. There's no reason why they shouldn't. As good as I think Jacksonville potentially be, they're still a year or two away. San Diego.
Mm-hmm. San Diego.
Which, of course, as we all know, means whale vagina in German. Next game,
your beloved Packers against your beloved Vikings.
I'm going to try not to throw up while we do this game. I'm just saying.
All right, I'm taking the Packers. The Packers are actually they're an underdog in this one.
No, they're the favorites. They're laying 2.
That's right. Oh yeah, okay. That's what I meant.
They're laying 2.
Yeah. That's why I have you here.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's late. Honestly, the Vikings they kind of shocked last week. They played a very good game, but I still think the Packers, just because they're the Packers and the Vikings are still the Vikings, and we'll have to see if old Sammy Bradford could lead this team of the Adrian Petersons, they like to be called.
Yes, well, there was no AP last week, my friend. As I know, because I have him on my fantasy league. There was no AP last week. There was no offense last week. That defense is elite. It's not good. It's not great. It's elite. They're at home. I believe they're opening a new stadium. This is like everything is ramping up for an absolute ass kicking of the Green Bay Packers. Adrian Peterson's going to be pissed off from last week. Sam Bradford's going to do just enough not to fuck things up. And Minnesota is going to stop that whole thing of the Packers still being the Packers and Minnesota still being Minnesota. Now, yes, you could be asking yourself, is Dave just picking this because he has less hatred for the Vikings than he does for the Packers? And you would be correct, sir. That is true. I'm taking the points. I'm taking the home team. Give me Minnesota.
Okay, next, last but not least, the Philadelphia Eagles against your beloved Chicago Bears.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. That's right.
I'm gonna take the Eagles. Like I said,
son of a bitch.
This game is a coin flip. If you ask me, Eagles. Call it as you want it. They're gonna. I'm taking them.
I feel like you're doing that just to spite me. I feel like
I'm really not. No. Why would I do that? Why did I say? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck up my picks.
Well, you know what? People go to different levels for spiting of one's enemies.
I just don't think the Bears are a good football team.
See, I think you're wrong. I think the Bears are a good football team. I think they're a pretty damn good football team. As a matter of fact, they almost went in there and punched Houston in the mouth last week. In fact, they only lost it in the fourth quarter. I like what the Bears did offensively most of the week last week. And Philadelphia played Cleveland. It's at home. It's on Monday night against a rookie quarterback. The Chicago Bears defense is coming to eat. I like what the Bears doing. I'm going to take them even laying 3. Come on, Chicago. This is going to come on, Jeremy Langford. Come on. I'm convincing myself. It's going to happen. Philadelphia, I do think, is a good team. I think that they're better than what people expect them to be, but you can't judge anything off of last week. They beat Cleveland.
I'm going with Chris. I'm going with Chris Payne's prediction. Eagles 77, Bears 0.
I hate you guys. I really do. I just want to stab people right in the face right now. But it's going to happen, man. I'm telling you. Bears are going to be fine. They're going to win this game. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. There's our picks. We did.
That's our pick. Oh, yeah.
We did the NFL picks, man. I think this is a good inclusion to the show. I think it's fun.
This is.
We need to write more jokes next time.
Yeah, I think I was too serious.
We were a little serious with this, right? You know who the blame is?
We were like sports guys.
We got really douchey.
Yeah. No, Sam Bradford's so irrelevant. Yeah.
I blame Ken Morrison. I'm blaming Kenny Moe. What the fuck, man? Because he ain't no hollaback girl. That's why he's not here.
He is definitely not a hollaback girl because he did not holla back at us.
Not at all. You know what I think about him not being here? I think the shit is bananas. Bananas. That's what I fucking think. That's right. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not an expert.
You know what? If you ask me, don't speak because I know what he's just saying.
That's right.
And you know what? I don't want his excuse. Don't tell me because it hurts.
That's right. Yes. Oh, God. Well, you know what? The one excuse he can't use is that he's just a girl. That's the one excuse he can't make. He can try to make it, but we all know that's not true. So
that's right. You know what, though? Maybe he walked into a spider web.
I'm so desperately trying to think of Gwen Stefani songs. I'm sitting there, like really hard. I'm like, oh God, I know more Gwen Stefani songs. I know a bunch of them because they've been annoying me for 20 fucking years. But you know what? I'll take the L here. I won the bigger one. I won the MC Hammer war. I'll let you have the Gwen Stefani award. Anything else we missed? Anything else that we got to get to before we get up out of this piece, Mr. Link?
Gun Kidder said, damn it, Link, I was just going to say that. Okay. I know there's some other, no doubt, like big songs.
Yes.
You know what? I have a feeling we'll hear from Kenny on Sunday morning. Oh! Yeah!
Boom! That's right. Fucking Kenny, dude. Everybody go. I want you to go on Twitter. Go to Foulmouth Kenny, I believe his fucking handle is, and just pelt him with insults. I mean,
you know what? Hashtag Gwen Stefani. Make sure you're very creative. Go look at Gwen Stefani lyrics. No. Go post Gwen Stefani lyrics on his Twitter.
I want this. If in a perfect world, I want everybody in like perfect synchronization to post one line of "Don't speak," one right after another. That's what I want to see happen. How good would that be? It'd be fantastic. Oh my God.
You know what? You and he used to be together. Oh.
Oh God, I hate that song. Makes you want to kill myself sometimes. I swear to God, but that's all right. Kenny, I appreciate you trying to be here. You know, that was the good effort. Good effort. But
yeah,
you know who was
here?
Way
to
go! Woo! But you know who was here, and it was fantastic as always. My co-host Jake Friggin Link, legendary comedian. Make sure you check him out on Twitter at Jake Link Comedy. Anything going on you want to tell the kids about? Anything happening?
Ken Stefani.
Ken Stefani. Oh, Chris Payne.
Ken Stefani.
You win.
Yes.
Chris,
yes,
you win.
Done.
Hashtag Ken.
It's over.
Yeah, we're done. We might as well. There's nothing else to say. Ken Stefani.
Ken Stefani on his Twitter right now.
That's good.
Because he did not, you know.
He didn't come on a podcast with 13 people watching.
Gun cannon. Are we gonna act like another
ex-girlfriend? That's right.
I couldn't think of this. I couldn't think of the lyrics.
I've got like 7 songs playing in my head, but I can't think of the titles, and I'm sitting there like, what are you gonna do? We do have somebody calling, but he's not registered in my thing, so it's probably a troll. So I'm not taking that call. All right, I think that's about gonna wrap it up. Anything else that I forgot? Anything else you want to tell the kids before we get out of here, Mr. Link?
No.
Yeah, I think there we go. I think we wrapped it up nicely. I appreciate everybody for being here on another episode of Nerd and the Jerk. We had a fun time. It was a good old time.
There we go. Yeah,
now you're back.
I don't know.
You paused on me again, so I was just like, I'll just go into the outro. Fuck it. But thank you guys for joining us right here on Nerd and the Jerk.
No. I couldn't. No, you kept on cutting out.
Yeah, I know you cut out. That's why I just started going into the outro.
Right, yep.
But thank you guys for joining. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Check out everything that's going on with the community, including everything on the feature channels list. I'll be doing stuff this weekend to try to make up for missing most of the week this week. We got a lot of cool stuff. I'm playing a new game. Yes, I'm playing a new Stranded Deep. I started playing that. I might stream that this week, but I'm having a little bit of computer issues, so maybe not. We'll find out. Thank you very much for joining us. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Keep it copious, and peace.